Hello Leo, how are you guys doing? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Okay. Leo, I just want to clear the energy really quick. Okay. So I have your coffee cup right here and I have tarot and oracle cards I'm going to pull also. I'm currently at my brother's house in Michigan visiting, so if you hear noises in the background, my niece is running around and she's perfectly fine. Just in case. Okay, so I also have the messages that I saw in your coffee before when I was drinking it, and first thing I saw was binoculars, which the interesting thing is I saw you, and then I saw this big thing coming for you. There's big news coming for you. There's something big. There's a big shift that is going to happen. Some kind of news that you're going to get that's going to change everything. Some kind of person that you're going to meet that is going to be changing everything. Something new is entering your life, and everything that your life is going to change. And this is because with the binoculars of focusing, and there's a shift that you have made towards God, towards putting God first, or source, your higher self, yourself first. All of this kind of shift that you have done has led to all of these changes here. And then I saw a twister, like a tornado. And this is talking about this internal um, dismantling of old beliefs, feeling out of control. And there is a way now that you do feel control by letting go of control and focusing on the bigger picture of what is more important here. And I feel like that's something that you have done for a long time, or a long time ago. This huge transition was made within you, but now it's going to be your outside world is going to start to represent that, right? Because the change starts within us, right? The outside world is a reflection of what is within us. And then I saw a house with a bunch of clouds surrounding it. And this could mean that your security, your comfort, feeling like that could be in some kind of jeopardy. I saw a person like throwing salt over their shoulder, and then a pomegranate. And the pomegranate, throwing salt over your shoulder is, you believe that something bad could happen, and you're doing that to kind of like prevent this, right? Doing what it is that you can do to prevent that. The pomegranate, Hades tricks Persephone with the pomegranate into going back into the underworld here. So there is a huge shift that is coming in, but there could be something that is trying to lure you back to old ways where you feel a little bit unsettled, as you're reviewing this past year of your life, being it's your season, it's Leo season, it's your birthday season. We look back, we reflect back on where we were years past, where we are now. And there could be something here where it's like you have made the internal changes, but before you have seen it in your outside world, you're tempted to go back to what is familiar, but not necessarily healthy, or what you're about anymore, or what you want to continue to manifest into your life. So we're going to see more about this, okay? Pomegranate also symbolizes abundance and planting a seed that is now going to come to fruition, which really around springtime is when we plant seeds. And now is the season, of the ending of the harvest, where it's time to have your harvest now. So it feels like that's what we're coming into. Okay, let's see with your coffee cup. There is a meeting that could take place here. You could have a meeting with people. They could think very differently from you. You could have a more artsy kind of way about you. Because I see a piano here, and pianos symbolize just being, how can I say this? People that play the piano, it's like, are they from a whole other planet? It's just amazing. It's very enchanting. So there's something here that's different about you than other people that you're meeting with, and this is going to be to your benefit. So if you have something to say that is different, than maybe what other people you think would believe or blah blah blah. This is kind of urging you to stick to being yourself, and if you feel this guided impulse to say something that it's like this is your take on something, it's gonna be well received here. Because now I'm seeing like two hollow trees here, and they're like branches are like holding hands here. So there is something here that the way that you have felt emptiness in your life, there is another person that has also felt this emptiness in their life. And there is a way that you are connecting here. And I see it as being a very beautiful thing here. I see it as you being able to help other people that are like lost in the forest, lost in the woods here. I see a moth here, and the moth is flying up and it's turning into a person climbing here, and this person, it looks like they have like a something to mine like diamonds with. So there is a huge transformation and something here that you're wanting to have, and there is a way that is going to be shown for you to have this. See like a reindeer here. There is something here about being believing. Reindeer represent believing without seeing. Wow. And this is very interesting now because you have a white moth on here. White moth is a very spiritual significance here. There is something here where there is a lot of spiritual fulfillment that you're about to have. There is a lot of wonder that is about to enter into your life. I see two people conversing, and one person is like very much so laughing and very excited here. So there could be a lot of changes that are taking place. There's a rainbow here too. There is something here where you're gonna finally be able to see a way to laugh at difficulties that you have been facing. You're gonna see some kind of a resolution, and people that understand you are gonna be coming around you here. So let's see a little bit more about this. This could be a particular person that you have a lot of fun with. I feel like the people that you relate to are changing. It's not the same people that you used to relate to. It's different than it was before. Yeah. Isn't this interesting? You have the underworld. And this is how Hades lured Persephone back into the underworld. There is something here about somebody trying to lure you back into something that you're not about anymore. And this person could not look like somebody who's doing those kinds of things. They could look very different than what you might think the way that they look. You have the threshold here. It's like just as you're so close, like with this diamond pickaxe thing, you're so close to reaching this diamond and stopping. And there's something here that's trying to lure you back down to this underworld, like Hades with the pomegranate to Persephone. But this is not going to happen, even though there is a storm. The tornado that I saw, yeah, there's a storm here, but this is nothing that you cannot pass. You can pass this. You're going to pass this. Not only are you going to pass this, it's going to be way better than you even have ever thought that it would be here. So let's see here. Let's get a couple more cards about this. Okay. This is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. You're so close to breaking free on something, but as you leave it, it gets a little bit worse right before you're about to kind of leave it. And this is kind of saying like stick with it because it's about to get way better than you ever thought. It's kind of like showing me how something will like dip and then it's going to go skyrocketing way up more than before. And this is because of your belief. This is why this is going to happen. This is why it's happening this way. There is like some like condensation on the window here because it was raining earlier and they're older windows, and it's like looks like the shape of a reindeer. This is crazy. So there's something here about your belief is going to get you through this storm, where the storm is over now but there's still like remnants of it, right? So this is what this is talking about. Wow, how interesting. Okay, let me get some of these cards about this. Okay, you have the fire ants. Yeah. when one fire ant comes to attack you, then a bunch of other fire ants come to attack you. So if you're trying to walk somewhere and you're going through like a field or something, and you step on a fire ant thing and they start to bite you, well then you're not going to go that way anymore. You don't want to go back to where you are before, because if you just keep walking, you know that you're going to pass through this area where there's fire ants, and there's not going to be fire ants anymore. But it's like you kind of keep stepping, and then the fire ant touches you, and then you like go back to what you knew before. You know what I'm saying? So this could be have to do with people here, that they want you to stay where you're at. And there's something here about something negativity can multiply very quickly, but so can positivity, so can abundance in your life. And ants work together and they have each other, but I'm just getting this negative energy on this fire ant card. So this is like you saying, I'm no longer going to be a part of something just to be a part of something. That's not really enough anymore, and that's not really something that I want. And fire ants, they live under the ground. So there is something here about somebody trying to pull you down to a dark place that you pulled yourself out of. Look at the hawk. This is you rising above and realizing, zooming out and realizing what it is that you really do want to focus on. This is the binoculars and seeing something for a bigger picture, because the hawk brings down messages from the divine. The hawk is letting you know, hey, I can see past this storm. This storm is not that bad. Keep going and you're going to get through this. And this is what Spirit is wanting to tell you here. Okay, the hawk can sense, and the hawk is what she is holding on the Nine of Pentacles card here, which is representing security. It's representing abundance. It's representing independence. It's representing you being able to get out of this cult. It's like a cult. Situations, people, everything being the same, and thinking that you need this and this is all that there is and you can't break out of it. The hawk represents that freedom, and this is you getting to that freedom here. Okay, let's see a little bit more about this. Yeah, you have the otter, and otters, when they're flowing down the river, they hold hands together. So they hold hands together flowing down the river of life. And they do this even when they're sleeping, so that, they do not lose one another. So breaking free from what you have, yeah, it's going to be a solo journey. The hawk is by themselves. They're solitary animals, but it's not going to stay that way. Eventually, you're going to find your group that is going to be there for you, that you can fall asleep on the river and you can trust that, they're going to hold on to you. They're not going to let you go. So this is talking about breaking through that threshold and believing that you can have this kind of security that you have always wanted here. Look at the peacock. Talks about pride. The peacock talks about luxury. The peacock talks about confidence and believing in yourself and showing off and actually being seen. So that's something that is coming forth for you too here. Okay, let's see. Very beautiful. Okay, yeah, you have the Nine of Cups. Look at this. There is a wish fulfillment here. I'm telling you, there's something you really want that you're going to get. But this is saying, don't deter yourself from this. This could be a person. This could have to do with a person. It could have to do with a water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Emotional stability. You're attracting emotionally stable people, and people that see every day as a gift, as fulfillment of, being grateful for what it is that they do have. People that see the good around them. So you're seeing that within yourself, and then now this is surrounding you here. Okay, you have the Four of Cups here. Let's see about the Four of Cups. There's something here that is luring you, and you could be disappointed. And even if you don't take what's luring you, you could be disappointed that something better isn't coming for you. And this is kind of saying that it is here. Yeah, it's just talking about you sticking to one dream, sticking to one thing and going with it, because in your mind you can have a lot of different directions that you can go in. And if you go a step north, if you go a step east, if you go a step south, if you go a step west, you didn't get anywhere. So this is kind of saying, like, to break through this thresholds. In the beginning you could be disappointed by what you're getting here, but once you actually break through the threshold, you're going to see how many more options you actually have. There's some kind of communication that is coming for you. Don't let somebody trick you into making you think you don't have any other options. It's like telling me the exact same message with every single, I love that when that happens. It's just like, this is the message, you're worthy of everything and you're going to have everything. You're going to have this harvest, these seeds that you planted, these changes that you made in your life, this abundance, you being seen, okay, you being successful, you having everything that you want is going to happen here. And there's a way about doing this where you're not going to allow other people to pull you into this, to pull you into that. Instead, you're just going to focus on healing yourself and on something that is almost complete. It's like not giving up on that. It's like very important that you do not give up, that you do not allow somebody here that has no roots, that wants to come in and out, situations that have proven they come in and out, thinking that has proven that it's not getting you what you want. That's very important that you don't do that anymore. Look, the devil came out too. There is something here about what is not right for you and what is right for you. And this is just about believing it and sticking to it. That's all that it is. Taking this little hint of belief that you have and running with it and completely ignoring everybody else, everything else that is happening, the feedback that you're getting that doesn't align with this new direction that you're going. Because look, big changes here for you, huge changes here for you. And once you make it past this threshold, you're not going to have to go back anymore. You're not going to have to keep battling this again and again and again and again. This is about you finding this beautiful, abundant stability here and people that are proud to be at your side. This is something that it's very spiritual here for you to see that once you break through this threshold, then you can be all of these different ways. You can engage in all of these different kinds of things, right? Then you have the solid support system around you here with the otter, and that is something that, you've had to do a lot of things by yourself. You've had to break through a lot of things by yourself. But once you cross through this threshold, it's not going to keep coming up again and again and again and again. These other people here, they're not going to have access to you. They're not going to have access to your energy anymore. They only had that when you chose, when you chose to say, I'm just going to give up whatever, and when you decided to, not be sure, that's how this has a power over you. But now that you have this focus, nothing can get in the way of these blessings that are coming for you. Nothing. This is really beautiful. If you're attracting a person here about love, because the otter really does signify love, and the peacock really does signify being honored, being worshipped here, okay? And this is something that you can have. You can have in this life. You can have this kind of family. You can plant seeds that can build, that can grow. You can get to this ideal state that you're wanting to be in here. Let's see about that. I'm telling you, the Hierophant, that's commitment, that's connection. That can be something that is being taken to the next level, some kind of an establishment that's being taken to the next level. This can be a new person that you end up meeting when you're focused, when you're pursuing your dreams, when you're in this kind of energy. That's when you're going to see this person. That's when things are going to start to develop with this person here. This, I feel like, is a new person. I feel like it's a new energy here. Yeah, there's something here about this person is very, very driven. Okay, they can have times where they get in their head, but they will always find a way eventually to line up with something and to move forward. It might take them a long time to decide on something, but once they make their mind up, that's it. This is happening. And that's the thing is, yeah, They take some time. When you meet this person, you may take some time, they may take some time. It's not something that may build slowly, but this is something very successful here. This is something that it's very passionate. This is two people that are wanting to build and grow, something that they haven't experienced before. You know, they have learned the lessons that they came here to learn, and now this is about how can we, what can we all bring to this table to co-create with spirit here. This is you and this person in spirit creating something really beautiful, mind, body, and soul, that is going to be very fulfilling for you. So that, you know, that's something that you deserve here. Yeah. Okay, Leo, thank you so much. I hope this resonated. If it did, please like and subscribe.